to Empty Suit News. I'm your host, Ben Lyon. Now, let's make some news. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the freshman congresswoman from New York, has finally completed renovating her Washington, D.C. office. And we at Empty Suit News have an exclusive photo. I think it looks very nice. I've always thought that an office should capture the personality of its occupant, and I think she's done that nicely. Since we've moved into a new year, we at Empty Suit News thought we'd just take a moment and look back at the year 2019 and some of the stories. In 2019, it was reported that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez lost 2 of her staff members. But this is not true. It turns out the staff members were simply playing peekaboo with the congresswoman, and she thought they were gone. She has found them now and reports all is well. Another congresswoman, Representative Ilhan Omar, part of the so-called squad, made a lot of headlines in 2019. Including a story that at one time she had married her own brother, which most Americans find disturbing and disgusting. So to improve her chances of being re-elected, Miss Omar has decided to move to Mississippi, or maybe Kentucky, or West Virginia. Former Vice President Joe Biden was constantly putting his foot in his mouth in 2019, including on the campaign trail when talking about his education plan. Mr. Biden said, "We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids." Really, Mr. Biden? So when you think of bright and talented kids, you automatically think of white kids. And you Democrats say Mr. Trump is a racist. Joe Biden's brain surgeon dismissed fears about the 76-year-old's mental faculties, saying, "He's as sharp now as he was 31 years ago." Well, that's the problem, doctor. Biden was an idiot 31 years ago, too. 2019 brought us several Democrat presidential debates where the theme for each debate was, who can be the biggest socialist? Michael Bloomberg, he criticized President Trump's policies on gun violence because of all the school shootings that have taken place under President Trump's watch. Really? A man who received an award from Planned Parenthood for his pro-abortion record cares about kids? I guess to Mr. Bloomberg, it's okay to kill kids if you just do it in the right manner. Let's move away from politics for a moment and look at some other stories from 2019. There was a Louisiana woman who was being searched by a female correctional officer. She denied ownership of drugs found in a plastic baggie lodged in the woman's vagina. While it may seem ridiculous to think that the drugs are not hers, in her defense, they also found 3 men's watches. Whoopi Goldberg faced some backlash in 2019 for a comment she made while watching a Mariah Carey video from 20 years ago. When told it was from 20 years ago, Whoopi said to her co-host, 20 bodies ago. Wow. I just have a question. Does Whoopi own a mirror? Whoopi Goldberg making fun of Mariah Carey's body is like a paraplegic making fun of how Usain Bolt runs. It doesn't make any sense. California had some massive earthquakes in 2019, resulting in huge cracks like this one, but still none as big as Oprah's. In 2019, Jeffrey Epstein, the multi-millionaire accused of sex trafficking and sexual abuse of dozens of young girls, was finally put in jail. He then committed suicide in jail. It was an odd story because he had been seen by a couple of doctors who said he was fine and in good spirits. I don't know what could have happened to him. Actor and comedian Kevin Hart was in an automobile accident and was severely injured. Luckily, he is recovering. Authorities say his injuries would have only been minor if he had been properly restrained in his booster seat. 2019 brought us some good movies like Avengers Endgame, Captain Marvel, Joker, and Jumanji: The Next Level. There was also Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, which ended Disney's trilogy and put us all out of our misery. Thank you, Disney, for ruining a franchise from my childhood. In 2019, the New England Patriots won the Super Bowl again. It was their 6th championship. Oddly, 6 is the same number of pills Tom Brady has to take every morning. They just keep winning and winning. It's almost as if they are videotaping people's sidelines and know what's going on. Also in 2019, the Cleveland Browns found new and improved ways to disappoint their fans. Our final story brings us to the Christmas season of 2019, where a Kansas woman's Christmas lights got a lot of attention because she placed the lights on her roof in the shape of a giant penis. Here's what it looked like. Thanks for watching Empty Suit News and our look back at 2019. We at Empty Suit News cover the news that matters. We distort it, then report it, like all the other empty suits out there. Until next time, good day or good night.